So hey y'all, the other night I was at a restaurant and they had CNN on, and you see the headline, Trump calling Jeffrey Epstein a master manipulator. And I just could, this is the type of thing that makes me pop my jaw because it's so frustrating. Okay, Jeffrey Epstein is a dead man. And also take note, dead pedophiles do not reoffend. I'm not shedding tears for him. I'm just saying they're using a scapegoat that can't be there to defend himself or give additional context. And that's exactly why they, the top 1% who are on his list, who went to his island, who raped these girls, why they killed him because they did not want him talking. They are saying shit like this to get out in front of an issue. When they say shit like this, it's like, okay, we know it's bad. The question is, how bad is it? And I will say this, my dying breath in my lifetime, we will get the Epstein list in its full entirety, not bits and pieces, because that's what keeps happening. They release the same information over with a little bit of new stuff. No, the entire fucking thing. This is not a left versus right, Democrat versus Republican issue. It is rich versus poor. It's rich versus poor because they literally were stealing our kids, your kids that went missing, the proletariat, the working class. You didn't have endless amounts of money. You know, whenever it's a rich girl or somebody who's of some notoriety, a politician, and their kid goes missing, oh my God, they'll move heaven and earth. But for people who don't have the resources, and that's exactly what they want. They don't want you to have the resources. They don't want you to have the education. And if you go to Epstein Island and you literally, the grounds need to be exhumed there because a lot of these kids, and we don't talk about this on Epstein, what happened to these kids after they served their purpose? They weren't allowed to grow old. Many weren't allowed to leave that island. You go to exhume those grounds and you are going to find a lot of dead kids who died horrible deaths. Because allegedly that is something that Jeffrey Epstein did, is because just selling the sexual side of it, raping these girls wasn't enough. No, he started selling packages, a whole cleanup package, 30 grand, raper, killer, and they would clean up the mess. And obviously you're in another location, will provide alibi for you or whatever. This was contingent on that Jeffrey Epstein was never prosecuted for everything, so that's why he died in custody. And if anybody wants to refute me or call me a liar, release the full ledger, the entire thing.